I actually wrote this piece at the old cafe, the first one. And yeah, and the funny thing was, I walked in, and this is when I was walking with a notebook and a pen and not typing on my phone. I walked in, I sat, I wrote, and literally as I finished, they called my name to come up, and I went up, and I read it, and I left. I went outside, was just out there for a minute, and then I was able to come back in. But it was one of those that, there are certain things that I can only speak for myself. I'm sure the other poets they do the same thing, but there are pieces that I write for me, and then there are pieces that I write for the stage. And then there are some times that they get kind of crossed, and I bring something that's for me to the stage. This is one of those. Besides pole fitness, I teach first grade, which explains the alcohol on the weekends. I don't want to be on Channel 7, so I drink on Friday, Saturday. I'm just saying. I should have been a doctor. Not that I don't enjoy teaching, because to me, seeing the light come on in a child's eyes when something finally makes sense, there's nothing more pleasing to me. Well, besides brownie Sundays or a really good hair day, but that's not the point. I should have been a doctor. In 1996, this overwhelming obsession with medicine I'm overcome with now should have overthrown my ordinary thoughts of education back then, so that by now, instead of sitting in a venue trying to get my words to flow right, I could be up in the late hours of night working on creating something new, researching and studying and experimenting with chemicals instead of mere words, powerful though they may be. Because although I can possibly change the hearts, lives, and minds of those who come in contact with my words, there's only so much that letters, syllables, phrases, and stanzas can do. Don't get it twisted. Poetry is vital to me because it keeps me sane, but there are certain things a poem can't do, no matter how passionately it's performed. That's why I should have studied medicine, so instead of battling confusion, depression, or weakness in the venues, finding ways to make the audience laugh, cry, gain strength or confidence, and just feel me and overcome any negative thoughts they may have come in with. Instead of battling these things, I should have been a doctor, so I could have the power to battle words like incurable or sickness. As a teacher, I can ensure those words are spelled correctly and used in the right context, but the power of education can only go so far. As a poet, I can evoke any emotion by using those words to touch people in areas they try to hide regularly because it's outside their comfort zone, or motivate others to use the time they have left to make amends with those they've wronged and those who've wronged them. But the power of words can only go so far. But as a doctor, I can try to the best of my ability. I can alter the meaning of sickness and give more hope to the word health. I can relax the stiffness of the word incurable and massage away the knotted I-N so incurable can leave curable and have some joy return to its life. I can change the lives of those near and dear to me, those who loved me before I could breathe on my own, who gave up her dreams to give me whatever I needed to pursue my own. I'd be able to ease her pains and decrease her dosages, returning to her the possibility of 10 more years, 5 more years, 3 more years. If I was a doctor, maybe I'd have been the one to discover the cure. Maybe by now, instead of this piece haunting me, I hoped it would have been the answer to my prayers I was swiftly scratching on this paper. But as I closed this piece, this book, these thoughts, I realized that though I cannot come up with a solution to an incurable problem, I can at least make her proud during the time we have left, pursuing my passions to the best of my ability, and allow what I can do to motivate and encourage others, so I don't feel that my life was lived in vain simply because I didn't become a doctor. Thank you.